Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has been leaked. The game is somewhere online right now. I don't really know where because Nintendo is doing a very, very good job at taking it down, and honestly, rightfully so. I don't think this game should have been leaked because it's kind of, you know, their game. I'm all for emulation, but leaking IP and stuff, it's gonna happen, but I don't really support it. And you might be asking, how did the game get leaked? Well, what happens is game companies send out copies of the game that are physical early. So they actually get it on release day. If you've ever ordered something from Amazon that's a pre-order, Amazon will make sure in most cases that you get that game the day it comes out. So you can play it like everybody else the day it comes out. They won't wait till the release day to actually ship the item. So one of these companies shipped the game too early, way too early, and someone got it 2 weeks early and then, you know, ripped it from their Switch and put it online. And the way they rip the game from their Switch is they get the game cartridge that they got early and they put it into their Switch, and then they load up the game, and then once the game is loaded up, they can simply use a mod tool, or in some cases, the Switch. The original Switches had this exploit where you can do this. And they rip the game from the Switch and put it onto an SD card or some kind of other storage device. Then they can put it on their computer and then they can emulate it. It's a really cool feature for emulation, especially if you bought the copy yourself and you're trying to emulate it on your really powerful gaming PC. It's a really useful feature to be able to do that. But it shouldn't be used for leaked games, because when it's used for leaked games, Nintendo does everything in their power to pull the tools that allowed it to happen. Yeah, they did that. I don't know the entire details of it because I don't emulate a whole lot myself, but basically there's a tool that allows you to pull the games from the Switch, and this tool has been removed from GitHub because Nintendo's really upset this game was leaked, which is kind of understandable. I get it. This game's a big deal. People really hype for it. I wouldn't want this leaked either if this was my game. I understand, but at the same time, come on, Nintendo, you should know by now. People are going to always circumvent your bullshit. And honestly, the more Nintendo cracks down on this stuff, I feel like they just make people do it more because they're like, hey, fuck you. We can do this still. At least that's how I see it. But I feel like Nintendo cracking down on stuff probably makes people want to do it more, which is totally monkey behavior. I agree, but we are monkeys, let's be honest. And also, pulling these modding tools or punishing people who are ethically, you know, emulating the game. Like if you buy the game and then you emulate it on your own system, you fully pay for that copy. You are fully within your ethical rights, I don't know about legal, to rip that game from your console and put it on your computer to play it as you please. It is your game. You purchased that game. And Nintendo pulling these tools is not allowing people to do the ethical form of emulation, which honestly might backfire because I don't know for sure, but something tells me if Nintendo pulls all tools of pulling games from your Switch console, some guy's still gonna figure it out and emulate games, and then people are gonna download the emulations for free online. It probably will actually hurt them more. I could be making a stretch with that one, but I could also see it happening. But overall, I don't think it's right to pull tools that people are using to ethically emulate their games. Like, that is the thing that you want people to do. You want people to buy your game and then emulate it themselves because, like, you get all the money for it. They're just playing it on a different system that you didn't want them to. If that's that big of a problem, I don't know, get over it. Like, seriously, if Nintendo has a massive issue with that, dude, grow up. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. Get over it. And also, even if the legality of this is questionable, I personally think morally you are in your right to do this. And also, like, who's gonna actually enforce this? I have never really seen an enforcement of this at all. Like, the worst thing that'll happen if you torrent something is your ISP will be like, hey, we noticed you're torrenting this thing that you've been doing it for a while. And they only send notices of you torrenting things and telling you it might be illegal after like weeks, okay? And the worst thing they'll do is like shut off your internet. I don't know a single case of someone pirating a game or emulating a game and then going to prison for it. People who distribute the pirated games and emulated games, yes, that does happen on occasion. But being the person who downloads it and emulates it, I haven't seen that ever. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but like, I haven't seen that. Maybe it happened once or twice. The one that pops in my head is Napster people getting arrested, but that was like the music industry going wild because they were really concerned about their bottom line. But since the game was leaked, we confirmed that it could run on emulation. You just need a really powerful system. It might be a little bit buggy though, so that's really cool. I'm glad that's an option for people. But the craziest thing about this leak is Kotaku. If you don't know what Kotaku is a gaming news publication, and they are not known for being really good journalists, okay? Kotaku, IGN, and a bunch of others, they're not known for being impartial or fair or just writing good articles. They're not known for that. But overall, people don't really respect these publications too much, and for kind of good reason, and this whole thing kind of proves it. So Nintendo blacklisted Kotaku from getting early copies of the game to write reviews because they didn't like the way Kotaku handled their games, probably. So Kotaku, in response to Nintendo doing that, got their hands on the leaked version of Tears of the Kingdom, and they decided it was a good idea to write an article reviewing the game from the leaks because they're blacklisted from getting early copies from Nintendo, which is a big hit to them, to be clear. Like, a lot of these news publications and gaming YouTubers now too rely on getting early copies of a game to actually review it on launch, because a lot of people get early copies of the game. So if you don't have an early copy of the game, you can't release your review on launch, which is a huge disadvantage in the world of the internet. Okay, if you're not one of the first people to cover a game, it's kind of jover. Okay, unless you're Donkey or something, it's kind of jover. So it's really important to get early copies of the game for reviews. I understand Kotaku's position here. You know, it is kind of bad that they can't do that. It kind of sucks. But at the same time, the way to get your blacklist status removed is not to make an article talking about the leaks for a Nintendo game. It's like the last thing they want out of all the companies to do this with. You picked the worst one to do this with. That is insane. And to be clear, I don't think Nintendo should really go after Kotaku for this. It's the leaks of their game. It's not the end of the world, but I kind of expect them to, because it's Nintendo. They're really known for, like, you know, copyright strikes and claims, and, you know, like, they took down those emulation tools. They took those down because the leak game used them. So they're really known for going gun-ho in the legal sector. And they're also known for really going hard on people who play their games on YouTube, even though they just literally do a Let's Play. Nintendo truly is stuck in the 1980s. Like, for real. To this day, people still get strikes because Nintendo is incompetent and doesn't understand that it's free fucking marketing. Like, even recently, Nintendo copyright claimed a bunch of videos that just modded Breath of the Wild. And that's wild. Because, like, people are enjoying your game, modding it, making entertaining content for your game. It is literally free promotion, okay? There's a give and take here. Nintendo gives the game. Okay, it's a good game. People make content with the game, they make money off the content, and Nintendo gets free advertising. It is a win-win, okay? There's a reason gaming companies don't enforce their copyright on YouTube's Let's Plays when they arguably could. They understand it's free promotion, and Nintendo is the only company in the current age that truly does not understand that it's free promotion. It is insane. It is actually insane. But in the case of Kotaku, I feel like Nintendo would be fully in their rights to go after Kotaku, because this is super petty. Like, Nintendo blacklists you from getting review copies because they don't like your company and the way it's run, and then you go and prove their point. I get it. I get why you would do it, but at the same time, dude, it's so unbelievably petty for a company to be doing this, okay? A YouTuber would make a lot more sense to me, but a news article for gaming? Really? Like, really? It's like you guys are a whole ass company with a whole team of people. Like, come on. Like, no one in the office was like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't do this. Like, maybe this is a bad idea. No one said that? Really? So I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo, you know, went after Kotaku for this. I don't know how they thought this was like a good idea in their book. Especially since, like, if you go to the article, it's actually just like a bunch of stuff that should not be in the public currently. If you don't want spoilers, don't go to this article. It will spoil the game for you. Because it would have been a lot worse if it was like GTA 6, which actually got leaked a while ago. You might have forgot because Rockstar did a fantastic job of erasing that from the internet. But that game got leaked, and I'm not going to show you footage of either Tears of the Kingdom or GTA 6 because I don't want a copyright strike. But GTA 6 was not complete at all. It was in stages of development for sure. I don't know what stage, but it was not done. And it got leaked and potentially set back the development of the game, which really sucks because we've already been waiting for, like, I don't know, 10 years or something. GTA 5 came out when I was in middle school. Okay, I remember being in middle school and being like, man, it's crazy because GTA 6 is not gonna come out till I'm in high school. I'm gonna be 23 in June. And it's still not out. Like, I'm glad Rockstar's taking their time and making a really good game, but let's be real here. It's not just that. GTA 5 is a cash cow. They are just not making the game because why would they when GTA 5 is still a money printer? By the time GTA 7 comes out, I'm gonna be dead. It's Jover for me. But GTA 6, I'm hyped for it. Tears of the Kingdom, I'm hyped for it. Even though I have my issues with Nintendo and I think their games run like shit on their own consoles, I'm still hyped for the game and I hope it runs well on an emulator because that's my avenue. That's gonna probably be my avenue. And Kotaku, if for some reason you're watching this video, you probably shouldn't do this again. I'm just saying, man, it's not a good look for you. People already don't like you. And no one liked this move at all. I don't know a single person that was like, yay, Kotaku, they're leaking the entire game because they had a petty fight with Nintendo. Woohoo. I don't know anyone who's doing that at all. But what do you guys think about the leaks? Are you hyped for the game? Are you not hyped for the game? I am personally hyped for the game. I just hope it runs above 24 FPS. I really hope it can do that. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you're new, and click the answers down, check out more of my content, and have a good one.